comfort level in certain plays and those type of things. That's the natural progression. So there's always improvements to be made by our players, and some you can see, some you can't see. Some are things that you see during the week, but just always want these guys to get one day better. Yeah, those were – we talk about playing clean, and we really gave them two balls there with the interception. And really, Jerry's a better player than that to know those guys are always coming from behind. So we have to be better there. We have to play clean in that giveaway column there, and that was that's going to hold you back. And especially, Jerry made a huge play for us, so we have to come away with points there, 7, if not 3. But that'll be a main focus for all of our guys. And when you're playing, especially on the road, and you're playing good teams. When we're playing a good team next week, you have to play clean. You got to try to win that turnover margin. Yeah, obviously, this team did a nice job of loading those boxes, and we have to run efficiently even versus those, Tony. But there were opportunities in the back end, and obviously getting that play off of scramble drill was huge, the one to IB. I mean, that's a great play for us in that moment when we're outmanned to be able to escape and make that throw. And then, the play to Samp, I thought, obviously, great individual effort by Samp, but the blocking on the perimeter was so key, and that was something that we talked about all week, how important on that play and a bunch of those perimeter plays, the blocking was going to be important. I thought, I can think of Sed and Harold and Dave were out there blocking on the perimeter, did a really nice job. Yeah, we felt confident in our guys. I think I told you guys last week, we trust our guys. We trust our guys to go make plays, and that there are plays to be had. There's always room for improvement, and that's what we focus on in our building. That's our guys have the right attitude to find ways to improve. But obviously, when you can make plays down the field, it opens up everything. No, we had a couple. Third quarter, it seemed to be an epidemic there on our side with offense, defense, and special teams getting penalties. But I thought by and large operation was good. And I have to credit, it's nice having a veteran center when you have rookie quarterbacks playing in there that you can really lean on. Ethan Posick, he did a great job as well with Shedeur. I think potentially, he's had a lot of reps with Gage throughout the spring and summer. Obviously, when you're working Harold, not as much, but Harold and IB on those two plays in particular, those are very trustworthy players. Those are guys that you feel confident as a quarterback that they're going to be where they're supposed to be. I thought Harold was outstanding. His run after catch showed up in this game. Yeah, I'm always going to take my time and do what's best for the football team. Yeah, I mean, Deshaun's been, with us every step of the way this season. He's done a great job in the meeting room, being that veteran that can impart some of the experiences that he's had throughout his career. America, I think, is really invaluable. So it's good to have him out there. It was. Yeah, we definitely we feel really strongly about Dylan Sampson, and we feel really strongly about Q and Jerome, but we feel that we're at our best when we're spreading the football around.
Kevin, he's the first round rookie quarterback to win his first start, so why couldn't you just say he's the starter going forward?
Yeah, because my focus is on today. It does give me the opportunity to talk about another quarterback, Bernie Kosar. I know Bernie was watching today. I was texting with him before the game. I got to see him this week. Just amazing to be with him, and I marvel at Bernie's grit. That's how he played the game. That's how he played that position. But I think Bernie was definitely watching his Brownies today. Yes.
What in your mind are Shedeur's attributes? What do you think of him as doing
Well, I think you saw a lot of what Shedeur does well on the field today. I thought to make that play off schedule when we were outmanned in protection, get the ball down the field. So there's a lot that he's doing well, and there's a lot that he's working on, which is what I appreciate about young guys that want to get better. Okay, thank you, guys.
Once again. How y'all doing? Chilling? Relaxing, thankful.
I'm not mistaken, last time that you were in this building was you and your father's pre-field media day.
Mm-hmm.
I asked a question to your father and followed up with you and went a little viral about feeling the pressure of having to perform at the
Yeah.
been like that your entire life.
Has it changed?
That's what I'm about to ask you. How did you feel coming into it? Is it changing the pro level?
I'm not going to lie, I felt very relaxed. Very relaxed. And half of that comes from preparing, studying, and knowing I got God on my side. So throughout all that, I had no worries. I didn't feel nervous or anything before the game because, you know, like, he took all my worries and everything away.
Shedeur, just how do you summarize this performance? How do you feel like you're starting to be
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Coming up here before y'all, 6-7 months ago, I couldn't tell you I'll be here. You know, God, the only way I'm able to even get through everything, you know. Being able to see my family, that was important, and I'm happy that I was here to be able to witness it. But without God, nothing possible, honestly. And I mean that truly and dearly. And everybody starts different places. And like I say, just because I didn't get the summer reps, you know, just because I wasn't in the best situation, for me to be prepared to go out there and execute, like from a summer standpoint, that's how life is. You know, everybody's not in the best situation, you know, but it's no excuse. You got to go out there and perform. Like, there's no choice, there's no question. Nobody cares if this was 1 week of prep. Who cares? You know, so a lot of people want to see me fail, and it ain't going to happen. You know, it ain't going to happen. Yeah. I learned a lot. Mentally, I feel like I'm able to understand more. I feel like I'm able to. And the thing was, I was always great at understanding perspectives and stuff because you got to really take a deep dive at how we grew up. Like when we grew up, my dad had us in a 30,000 square foot home. Then after that, he took us to go play ball in the inner city. You know, after that, we transferred and he moved us across town because he wanted us to get that dog in us, you know, to have that mentality, to have that it factor in us. So then we went to charter schools. And I don't know if you're familiar with charter schools, and like, you know, it's not the best, but you know, you got a lot of different people from different situations that you got to be able to adapt to. So that's where all those core different things of being able to relate, being able to understand. But now, since I went through everything the past 6 months, it led me to a whole different understanding, you know, and it led me in my own experience with God, with having faith, you know, when nobody else can help you in your situation, you know, but God, you know. So that's why I'm truly thankful and I'm truly happy. And this is the first time I was never had stress, you know. I did the work. I did everything I can in my power I was able to do. So the rest was left up to him.
Just the comfortability you had with Ethan specifically.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the offensive line, how did that, you feel like that grew over the course of the week?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like they respect the way I go about my business, you know. And being a backup and everything, sometimes you have to compromise your personality and change the way how you do things, you know, to never step on anybody's toes. So the fact that I got an opportunity and I was able to show the organization, show everybody who I really am, then that was truly exciting. So, you know, I was off balance for a little bit, you know, past couple months of my life, but it was different. But I'm thankful, you know, to be back where I am. I would say getting thrown into the Ravens game. I say that's what it is. As soon as we got that last drive, I said, oh yeah, this how they play? Then I was able to get right. It's different when you watch it from the sideline. Like, everybody could analyze, everybody could say everything from sideline. You could watch TV, everything. You could talk on TV, whatever you want to do. But until you get out there and you do it, then it's different. Going out there, you know, with, you know, only practice with the $100 and everything, like, that's different. It's a lot of vet quarterbacks, that had their time and everything that were backups and was able to get thrown in the game and be all right. But I don't think they was like that in their rookie year. That's a difference, Like that's different, and I'm thankful for that experience because that helped me get to where I am today. That helped me go into the game very comfortable, knowing that they got a great defense with the Ravens, knowing the different looks, how they could be confusing to the naked eye. But that's why during the game I was smiling so much because I'm like, oh, yeah, if this what it is, I know I'm going to be able to accept that challenge and move forward one day and be able to have success. So that's the mentality I went with going and prepping for this week. We know they got a dog on the D lineman. We know about Max Crosby. We know about that. But, I fear no man, The only thing I fear is God.
We got time for 3 minutes. Thoughts on going up against Max Crosby?
Oh, no, we definitely had a game plan for him. He's a great player overall, and he let his presence be known. And, going and just reflecting, I'm in a moment right now, so we don't truly understand, how everything was. Because when you're in the moment, you can't see full view of everything. So I'm thankful for it, going against them, going against like all those great defensive legends over there. It was truly amazing. But when you get out there, you just got to not care and just be like, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? That's the mentality you have to have. Oh, we got to get him to – we got him.
The first long pass, the 52-yard when you spun out. Did that make you feel any kind of way? I mean, I know you came in with confidence, but could you take us through that play? Just how it made you feel making that play?
I would say the thing is I visualize everything during the week. The game was already played, so that's why I have confidence. That's why I'm able to talk how I talk, walk how I walk, do what I'm able to do because the game was already mentally played already before we was out there. Then when you get out there, you confirm, what you watch, everything. And, then you got the guys in the right spots when you need them in the right spots for different situations. Then you're able to capitalize off them. So, like I said, it comes down to I'm thankful for the coaches, putting everybody in the spots. I'm thankful for the old linemen being able to take me under their wing, and be able to grow and build with them. And I'm thankful for the team, having my back throughout this whole period.
Shedeur, you had so many young guys, rookies like yourself, that really stepped up. I mean, Harold made plays.
Yeah.
And Samson made that touchdown run. Can you just talk about how you guys really stepped up, all the rookies together?
Yeah, all the rookies is extremely special. We go with a term, but I can't say the term on here though. We have a term though. It's called young. You know what I'm saying? but we definitely want to come in and create change, and we have those conversations. We talk, about what we got to do, and be proactive, not reactive. We got to bring the energy sometimes, and not saying the vets don't, but it's just on the offensive side of the ball we struggle sometimes. So we need somebody to be that match. We need somebody to be that light. So I'm thankful that we got all the different type of duos over there, all the different key players on the offensive side of the ball, and it's some hungry dogs that's still out there that ain't been a part of the travel squad yet. I was a 5th round pick. I got skipped by everybody at least 5 times. so it's not. It just come with the game. It is what it is. But I'm just thankful for where I am now. I don't. Everybody have their differences. But I still got an opportunity to play. So why can I be mad? Money different, but thankfully I have a good family. So it is what it is. We're not playing for that. We're playing for the love of the game. So I'm just thankful to be out here, have an opportunity, be able to go and play. Go out there and play. Go out there and start. Like, you don't know how surreal, that feeling is, knowing that you have the responsibility of the Browns organization on your shoulders, having all the fans, everybody in here arguing with each other online and everything. Everybody have their differences about me. It is what it is. But I'm just thankful I'm here before y'all, today. And hopefully we cleared a little stuff up. But we have a long way to go, a long way to grow. And I know it's only one way, and the only way is up. Thank y'all. Sorry.
And that's opportunities you live for. Getting a lead early, being able to, stop the run almost completely, with a guy who's going to be very special here soon. And just making them predictable, being able to just pin your ears back and hunt. We live for moments like that, and I'm so proud of, how they rushed and, us putting together a historic day for us. Man, it feels good. It feels real good. It felt better to see all my guys. I feel like each of them got a sack. I feel like Mace kind of got screwed over on one. I think he had one, but it went to someone else or something happened. But it felt like all the guys were winning their rushes and doing their thing. So that's the thing I'm most excited about. That's what put a smile on my face. Being able to have the franchise record. I kind of expect that of myself. Continue to set the bar higher and higher. And I feel like I had an angel watching over me today.
You mentioned Mason. It seems like he's so close to having that, getting that first full sack. I mean, there were at least a couple where he just couldn't see the ball in the pocket up the middle.
Yeah.
Somebody could get to you or somebody else could get to the quarterback first. But just the way he's grown and just what you've seen on how he's grown.
He just continues to, develop his rushes, his rush plan. Just having a lot to do with. I think guys are underestimating, the rush talent that we have across the line, and he's going to continue to give guys problems, and he's going to start turning those pressures and those hits into sacks. We know he will, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he does the rest of the season.
Myles,
I pass big on. So, chasing Mike, chasing greatness, and, if God wills it, I'll go get it. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I don't try to, delay this thing, but I want it to come in a win. I want to have a chance to, play some games in January and in February. So, we got to win out. We got to hope some things go our way. But, it would be great. But, we have a lot bigger and more pressing things to deal with. 13-4? Yeah, that's a hell of a month, hell of a last 4 games. No, I don't even think about it. I'm just thinking about the next one, how we can put it all together and do it again, and hopefully I'll sit down and take a moment to be with my family. They can help me rationalize and see it for what it is. But I can't tell you much. I'm really just proud of this team and how we responded. I mean, he put it up, and I'm just like, oh God, who is that even going to? I wasn't even looking down there to see IB, and then, I'm just looking. I'm like, oh God, please. And he drops it in the bucket, and he reaches it out. I'm like, please, just don't fumble into the end zone. So he reaches out, but he keeps possession, and I'm just like, wow, there's not many guys in the league that can make that throw. So that was a hell of a throw. I hope he can continue to grow and develop, for making plays like that, and he'll take it from there. I feel like I just had some better opportunities, and I feel like most of the time guys see me coming and they're trying to hug that thing, but this time they had so many different threats from across the line, and they were throwing so many different looks and guys at me. They were like, we don't have to worry about him coming off the edge. I was there to make a couple plays and get the ball out. No, he's rushing his behind off. I think we're really playing off each other, and we have great chemistry. I'm looking forward to see how far he can take it with his season as well, because him and Mace are running games at a high level, winning at a high level, and then whenever we can communicate and run games between each other or as a unit, it's really become special very quickly, and just happy to see him doing his thing. He's one of the most unique rushers I've had the privilege to be with, with the combination of finesse and power. I love Max, man. Love watching his game. He's a dog. The way he attacks every play, the way he hustles, relentless. Everybody says guys have relentless motor. Not a lot of guys I would give that moniker to, but he's definitely one of them. He can rush at a high level. He gets TFLs like nobody else. He just doesn't stop. And that the combination of strength and length and get off, he uses it to a very elite level. He's one of the very best at rushing and playing the run.
Myles, when a game is going like this for the defensive line, does it just feel like everybody's out there trying to get one?
Yeah. When it's going like that, it's like, why not? I had one at the half, and I was like, shoot, we're going to get some more opportunities. Let's just keep going. See how far we can take it. I think we had like 5 in the first half, and then we ended up with 10. And it was like, we're going to, if we knock out this run, keep on taking away, what they want to do on first and second down, it's going to eventually just turn into a passing game. We can put our ears back and really, show what we can do in this rush game. So, we got to do what we do, earn the right still, but guys really displayed how good they are with their craft and how hard they've been working.
Does a game like this and defensive performance really fuel that desire for you? You just said you guys have to win out. Is this sort of really make it feel possible?
I never doubted it was possible. Never a moment. No. I think the last thing you can give up in your life and in sports is hope. So, I hope for this season, hope for this next game. I keep my head held high and focus on what's in front of me. And what's next is the 49ers, I believe. So I'll just keep on, working hard, study them, and hope everything works in our favor. But we got to take care of business.
I know how much the names, the past, you respect the guys like Lawrenceville and everything. Kind of going back to the 14 in 4 games, you passed Michael Strahan's record for most sacks in a 5-game stretch with the Super Bowl. What is that? When you put it in that context, what does that mean?
It means my guys are help elevate me to another level. I couldn't do it without them. They're winning rushes. They're getting pressure from the middle, keeping them from stepping up. They're winning on the edge. and keep it contained. And they're making my job a lot easier. So there's no way I'd be able to get to this point and excel at this level without everything that they're doing. And like I said, I'm very proud of them.